What is up? What is up? Much peace out there. Thank you for tuning in. Another episode of Talking Trichome Tuesday. Keeping it consistent. I hope you're enjoying the day, the week, the night, the evening, whatever you are, wherever you're at, and you're up at the high grade. Uh, just coming through to another impromptu idea. But as that medical debate is continuing and people are finding other options, what I thought I came across this site here, which is pretty dope. Canada Reviews. I've spoken about it before. They give you the price and comparison of like the flowers, and people give their own review or comment on what they thought. So it's pretty dope. But I've come across this, which is the cost comparisons for the application process and the institutions that are making it available to people, and it comes across in like probably you might be able to set it up, but obviously it comes in here in the like monetary order from cheapest to most expensive. There's quite a few, 37 entries, so that was surprising to me. So 37 different areas you can get to, but not all of them are dispensing flour though. That's one thing, which it's like something you'll come across because this CBD clinics Australia, I did ring them up. They kind of just what's the word? Yeah, they said that they only dispensing oils at the moment. So if you're after the flower, then it's probably not the way to go. Much peace, Brendan, and everybody else. But are you just a wondering, Brendan? Have you got medicinal yourself, or you just looking into it because you're just wondering if everybody is actually on it already? But we'll check it out here. So Medican clinics, they're the ones who were talking about giving the subsidy along with what is it? No, it's Can I Help? Sorry, not Medic. All right, so that just got confused. Can I Help is the one down here. So we'll just see. Like the first one come across, the average yearly cost is $197. Do you need a referral? No. The areas that they supply, Australia wide. The initial consult fee, $99. And if you're eligible, you do that to process your application, and then $49 for each checkup and new script. Probably doing that every time you need it. They give you usually 5 repeats from my knowledge, and so it'll last like a month or two. Then you have to have a checkup. But they do, I think, do an initial checkup for 4 weeks just to see how everything's going and if the medication's agreeing with you. But CBD clinics here, $209 for the average yearly cost. I'm not sure what that kind of means in that sense. It's probably just for administration fees, not the product. So I'll click into one of them. Let's go. I've actually booked in for this one here because also speaking to the TGA the other week in regards to like doctor shopping. So if you're putting in through a few different applications through different doctors, I was wondering if the TGA is going to have that and see a red flag, as kind of it might be good and they won't allow you access. They might even kick you off program. But according to the TGA reception, they said that it's not relevant at all. You can do as many applications as you want. Basically, I just said, well, it's after the fact you're kind of, looking for that medicine that is most suitable for you and to you. So that they replied yes. So that's what I'm going to be doing. So alternative leaf is one that I've put through, and just waiting for it should be tomorrow 9:00. I put it through on like Sunday night or yesterday even. So just a couple of days waiting. A few of them are a little bit more, but I'll go through here a little walk through one of these ones. But talk to us. You just click it here. They ask you these initial questions so you can get through to the application. Oops. Let's just say so do I have a chronic condition? Well, yes. Past treatment. Have I been taking medication? Yes. Is the medication unsuccessful? Yes. Do I have a history of psychosis? No. Are you pregnant or lactating? No. Put an email address here. Alright, so from there, that's so simple, 3 little clicks, and you can then go there and book your time. So this one here, $149 just for the initial consult, which might seem steep to some people, but I guess I look at it as in the fact that if you're already purchasing from the black market, I guess if you're growing your own, that really comes into play there. But getting from the black market, you're probably spending, $50 to $200 every time you purchase. So, that's just kind of one time you'd have to not do, and it will allow you access to legitimate product and ability to consume under the laws, and then also the level of the quality of the product would be most likely a lot better. So you see here, Thursday is the earliest one I could book, so it's only 2 days away. And that would just be to speak to your nurse. So go through with that. And if you wanted to find info about the actual clinics, I'm sure they've got the relevant info on their sites. Here we go, about us, how it works, pricing, careers. That'll be interesting. I'm definitely going to be looking into that at all these different places. It's really simple, pre-screen, consult, delivery, transparent pricing, no referral required, all the comfort to your home. That's pretty good. I'll go back to where was it from here. Go to the FAQ, see what these people, any questions. Do you need the referral? Obviously not. We just found out other consultations via telephone or face-to-face. It's both. What's the cost of the consultation? $145. Why would I choose alternative? Let's see what they say. We are leading the way in cannabis care. Our doctors and registered nurses are highly experienced in treating chronic conditions and medical cannabis, ensuring you to get the right treatment for your individual needs. We provide judgment-free, empathetic, and individualized care, so you feel comfortable and supported at every step. Consultations are done from the comfort of your home. We deliver to your door. Pricing is transparent and competitive, and your doctor can discuss a wide variety of brands and formulations, so your treatment is tailored to you. We care about helping you feel better, so you can get back to doing the things you love. Now that sounds really good. So for it to be patient-based and I suppose something that I really hoping and looking for, because in my experience of this short time that I have had, it's been of a few of these institutions and individuals in there being very unaware of cannabis culture, very business-minded, not patient-based, and just not very helpful or informed themselves about the actual protocol and goings on, not just in their institution, but outside that too, in the general scope of society. So for the repercussions, an example would be the policing. What would be the situation if you were to be picked up with your medication with you. Basically, I was advised I should to go call the police department about that, which is something you would think that as a person dispensing that or a company should be aware of the repercussions to the patient that they're giving it to. Another one was going across state borders. They said, look up, ask the state, bureau themselves. So they didn't know. Anyway, here we go. Let's see. If I live in a remote location, can you still access alternatively? Yes, because it's Australia wide. It might just take a little bit longer for the postage to get to you. Do you pay for the consultation if you're not eligible? We offer a complimentary and obligation-free screening to identify if you may be suitable for the cannabis. However, suitably must be confirmed by a healthcare practitioner. This will usually happen during our pre-assessment and you won't be charged. There may be occasions where refunds are not provided for doctor's consultations. Example, incorrect information provided. So as long as you're honest and just be transparent like they say they are, then it should be good. At least just look into the options if you are curious at all. There we go. What brand? Alternative doctors will prescribe the brand and formulation that will be most beneficial to you. Your doctor can access a wide range of formulations and formats and derive a treatment plan based on your medical history and personal situation. Now that's something that's good to hear, due to some of the institutions only providing certain products, which kind of leads me to think there might be a little bit of benefit in them for them dispensing particular brands rather than looking into the patient and seeing what is going to be most suitable to them. Because I did, I wanted to try looking on Canada Review. I mentioned to a couple of to the doctor, and now she kind of said, just advised me in a very strange way to stay on the position that I'm at, rather than go for the options that I'm aware of. She said the pricing will be similar to high, which didn't seem to be the case at all looking on Canada Review. And then just I asked for particular flowers that I had seen and heard from other patients, and just said it wasn't available. So hopefully the wide range will be available from these guys and I can get onto them all. But yeah, we'll go back a bit. So this is the one here. So if just cheers for everybody coming through. Okay, there you go. Aussie Grow, Fish, Bro, Brendan, Hook, Mark. What is up, everyone? So Aussie Grow says he's with Alternative at the moment. Do you find that it's been a good experience, bro? And do you everything I've said kind of hitting home, or have you had any bad experiences? Would be cool to hear. And what other current flowers that you do get access to, or the doctor has mentioned. So just check it out, canarreviewsau.co. You can get the actual products and then this thing too about the consultation. So there's plenty of them. Goes all the way up. So I mean, basically we're ranging here from $197, as they say here, and $49 for your checkup, all the way to say $625 for your. There you go, $325 for your initial consult. Let's click into this one. This is medical cannabis service. Book a free screen exam. Veterans, if you're there, do I qualify? Medical MCS was established 2017. Hundreds to maintain and obtain 24 hours support, affordable service, streamlined process. Okay, what are the patients saying? Thanks to the incredible team at of professionals at MCSA. I am now 4 months into my treatment and extremely pleased with the results. These guys made the whole process very straightforward and streamlined. How can I ever thank you enough? If you are deciding on how to apply, this company will help you through the entire process. Awesome services. Sophie. This fella here, George, amazing service, and finally, all natural pain relief product that really works. Not only is my pain managed without pills and chemicals, I can't remember the last time I've had such a good sleep without using sleeping pills. MCS is highly recommended by me. Alright, so one more here from Linda. I have been very impressed with how my case has been managed to date. My application was dealt with promptly by the team at MCS, and I also received a couple of phone calls to discuss the process going forward. In Australia, legal cannabis oil usage is relatively new, so MCS is paving the way in assisting the government application process. Okay, so just click it here, see how they go for the free exam. Because that is another issue it's going to be you have to take into account your resources, budgets, and funding. As it's currently not like subsidized at all, and I guess that currently with the big pharma medication, most groups are like if you're on a healthcare card, it's under $10, $6, $5 to get your medication, where we're talking hundreds of dollars every year. So do you have any of these conditions? Chronic pain, anxiety, depression, chronic insomnia, migraines, neuropathic pain, multiple sclerosis, PTSD, IBS, cancer pain, palliative care, epilepsy, chemotherapy-induced nausea and vomiting, fibromyalgia, spasticity from neurological conditions, anorexia and wasting associated with chronic illness. There's a lot of conditions there. If you fall under that, go for it. So you got to say yes or no. Have you tried the therapy? Are you 18? So basically, yeah, the same sort of questions they're going to be asked here. So we'll just go through here. Yes. Just do this and see where it is. The qualifications. There was a problem. Oops. What was the problem? I didn't put my phone number. Alright, so there's a few questions. Do you have questions before your appointment? You can get in contact with these guys 9 to 5. Basically, just your questions. Select a service, select a provider, the day and time. So, new patient. I want my consult. Choose the day. Alright, so this is, we'll just see where they're available. Oh. Notice they seem to be busy there for quite a while. Keep going. So this is probably strange. Don't tell me they're booked up to April. Come on. No. Can't seem to get through with this one, eh? $580 a year for one subscription mini dispensary. That's something new, I don't know. I haven't heard that before. Canvalate, I've heard of that, but they seem to be on the higher end. I'll go to the one I'm at too. I thought they were higher end, but it seems to be more middle range. Cost effective, reliable. So here we go. So they give you the different conditions which are eligible. So that's cool. So when you go speak to them, just mention these. Oh, okay, so there's different classifications they got there. Understanding, you can find a bit more info about it. You've got the FAQs here. What happens if you don't get approved? Firstly, we take our time in preparing for the correct outcome. And secondly, if there's some reason you're not approved, we would work with the professionals involved with your case to prepare a new submission. Any further setback, we would agree to refund 50% of your fee. Okay, so they really try and help you to get through. Seems cool. Yeah, so I just thought I'd mention that to some people if they, interested, curious, want to find out about it. I think I'll put the link in the link to this site. I'll put it in the chat. Just double check. Much peace, everybody coming through. I dropped a link for the stream out if everybody wants to come up. Oh, wait, I am. What's up, Jay? I am Jay. Thank you for coming in. Who we got? Oh, whoops, that's not the one. I just put that twice. Oh, whoops. How am I going to do this? Oh. I'm back. Oh, yeah, nice one. Everybody seems to be growing, which is good. I hope everybody's plans are going good too. No issues. Everything's been smooth for this year's. All right, here's a link for the chat. Yeah, so I didn't check out Aussie Grower's answer to Alternative too. If the Alternative or rip-offs, bro, I strongly don't recommend them. Okay. You want to come up? If you got time to come up, bro, I'd love to hear your, opinion about it and what the reasons were. You don't have, just come and talk. You don't have to put your screen on. Alternative is all about the money business. They don't really care about the customer service or anything. Okay, so it's another one of these things. Obviously, like any business, they're going to put their labeling and what you see, the advertising, and make it so polished and seem great and try and draw you in. But once you get in there, it's a different story. Whereas I seem to find that with a lot of businesses, if you're calling to make payment or start an account, anybody's willing to help you and start you up and process. But if you have a question or in regards and anything else, it's like they'll palm you off and put you on hold or send you to somebody else. I seem to find that. So then that the same with this. So it's a bit of a shame to hear that then. But to get the access to the particular flowers, like what flowers do you currently get Aussie Grower, like, or what have been previously prescribed to you? Because the things I'm looking for from the canna reviews would be the hummingbird, which is Jamaican. There's 2 Jamaican flowers grown over there, so I definitely want to try that and give that a go. Jerusalem flower, but like should be able to access that. Yeah, just a few others I'll check on there, like, because basically, where was it? over here, like, on this, whatever, just to, I mean, Rocky is the most potent currently. There's another one called Big Boss or something, which is the same rate, 30%. And I'm really, really happy with it. I do like it. All I think is just the price, like $23 a gram. See, this is Canatric. Oh, see, 3.3. That's not too great. And when I tried the Canatric Topaz, to be honest, I just like, maybe it was my first go at it. I've only had, it is on my script. I'll probably be getting another one soon. Just in comparison to the Solace and Rocky, it wasn't really cured as well. It was a bit, it had some give to it. And it just didn't snap. And even the strength, I didn't, wasn't too impressed. I'd probably say I could find some street grade, which is just as good or better. So here's a very popular one though, the Medcan strawberry cake. I did bring these people because these are the ones I was talking about, who are fully offer the full 50% subsidy if you're eligible, and up to like 15-30% to most people if you're on a healthcare card or something. But unfortunately, my situation being on the medication I am, it classifies me as a dependent patient according to the doctor, and I need to be prescribed and monitored by doctors and dispensaries within the state that I am, which is quite strange as I'm already being prescribed. But let's check this out. Yeah. So this is the site. Look how it's awesome to give you, the full breakdown of it. It's like 75% indica, 25% sativa with the lineage it comes from, the cultivator. It gives you all the terpene profile. It actually gives you like the percentages too in most cases. 4.6 rating, really good here. Did this product help? Okay, this guy gave it 4 stars. It didn't help with anxiety. Like, great daytime flower. Lazy, absolutely love this strain. This is what medical cannabis should be. Raw bud has an interesting smell. Not sure if I like it yet. It's so pungent, but in a good way. Buds are quite dark in color, but are drenched in trichome. Doesn't taste anything like strawberry cake, and is quite harsh to smoke. The effects outweigh the harshness by a mile. Has a wonderful woody, nutty type of taste, but wow. Heavy eyes, no dry mouth, and insanely stoned. The last 2 tubs I got were all small popcorn buds, which was disappointing. But other than that, 10 out of 10 straight. Yeah, so that's another thing actually. They do recommend you to be using a vape, and a TGA approved vape at that. And most people on this seem to be smoking it, like the cones or wearing a joint. Oh, here we go. There's one person. I've seen about 5 or 6 reviews, and nobody vaped it. This guy did. Best company, best product. When you first open the jar, you get a hit of pure mango smell. Going in, it even has a strong mango hit, but you get the odd occasion of nice strawberry hit. The high is extremely relaxing as well. It's like a train and helps you with pain almost as much as this double CO1. And this is the SCO1. Double CO1, I wonder what that is. They also have, there's a hash available there. I was told it's a bubble hash that they're making. 133 oils. The oils are actually awesome. Where is it? T55 from the topaz flower. Didn't get a really great rating. Over here, see, this is the percentage makeups of all the terpenes. So if you're understanding and interested in that, there's always some way to dive into that too. It's inspiring enough to make you want to learn about what each characteristic of the terpenes do, and what effects they cause and stuff like that. Flavor, effect. So just chilling. I'll go back to the chat here. So Aussie grower, 18% for Circle 14% CBD for Eve, and T20 is 20%. Okay, so alternatively, I could Countertrack G20, the Dale's flower. Yeah, okay, so I did see that and was interested in it. Definitely be looking at, because the what's the word, reputation of the Jerusalem is the Rocky. That's got 3.7 actually. What did you just say? The T20. That's a 25. Just make sure it's just the flowers. The Yamba. Oh, well, this is the one here from Jamaica. Hope Bay offers a deep earthy aroma that combines with a berry-like sweetness and pungent high notes of lemon. Hope Bay is a hand-grown and trimmed in Jamaica and packed to strict GMP standards in Australia. Hummingbird is the official brand of Jamaica, where all the cannabis in Hummingbird is exclusively grown. The unique ecological biosphere on the remote Caribbean island makes for one of the world's most biodiverse flora and fauna. Each product is named after a historic Jamaican settlement. An indica-dominant hybrid with dominant terpenes, beta-mycene, which is at 2.43%, ocimene or ocimene, 0.52%, and the linalool at 0.21. Only 14% THC. Definitely interested though. I just be something to check out what it is. Oh, you got an Eve, eh? That's that CBD flower. So this is such an awesome site. As I said, here we go, the Dalesford. So okay, it's got four-star rating. Countertrack's T20 relaxed Dalesford flower. Each gram of dried flower contains 20% THC delta 9 and less than 1% CBD. The profile is 0.39 terpenoline, 0.24 mycene, trans ocimene, caryophyllene, and alpha-pinene. Death Bubba cultivar, sorry. Check out the reviews. The new batches level up. I grabbed my batch of T20 yesterday and I'm impressed. The buds are not so dry and solid. Seems to me that this is a much fresher batch than the last. Helps reduce my anxiety and PTSD really well, but it's great at night. It gives me a great sleep and help a lot with pain. I collect some T25 this week and I'll be sure to report on it. That's what he likes it. Put it in the vape. Or he or she actually, I'm not sure. Nice dogs, 180. It also gives you like the size of the tub, 10-gram tub, 15 a gram. La-di-da. So Countertrack's mostly coming from Canada. Yeah, that's cool. So yeah, check this site out if you're like interested. Okay, so Aussie Girl says oh, what? IMJ. Sorry to hear that, bro. Someone's reporting your chat. What? Just having to look through there. But yeah, if there is a problem, bro, it's just nobody should be, being modded out if they're not doing anything wrong. Oh, okay. So Brendan, you said he's on it for 10 months. That's cool, bro. So like, a lot of people here are on it, so they do realize. I mean, obviously, you guys have got. Yes, you see the benefit in it from the fact that you keep consistent with it. I guess Must be been go half an hour. So I think it's someone else. I didn't pin it actually. I should pin the link. Put it up again. If you got time, come up. Love to hear what you got to say. What to think about anything. But for now, I'll just go back and double check. So once I'll just drop that in again. So Canna Reviews. I'll have the links in there. So do check it out, man. It looks like a wicked site. Gives you great info on stuff you need to know. Or would you want to find out about? Let's just go to here. Go to let's see, what does it say here? Cannabis is a plant used in Australia for recreational, medicinal, and industrial purposes. In 2019, 36% of Australians over the age of 14 had used cannabis in their lifetime, and 11.6 had used cannabis in the last 12 months. Australia has one of the highest cannabis prevalence rates in the world. That's pretty cool. And we also actually pay probably, I'm not sure, in regards to all drugs in general, we're definitely paying the highest, one of the higher prices per individual ratio, whatever it is, the quota for our products. Like example would be, just the price of bulk in the Americas or in Europe as opposed to what it is here. Okay, so wow. Oh shit. Cannabis in Australia just comes up with like a lot of medical stuff now. What? It's legal to buy over the counter cannabis in Australia, so why doesn't my chemist sell it? Since early 2021, the TGA has allowed the sale of low-dose CBD preparations over the counter in Aussie pharmacies, but you won't find any at your local chemist. The situation is different overseas. In the US, although not approved at federal level, it is possible to buy over-the-counter products such as sweet containing CBD in several states. In the UK, low-dose CBD oil can be sold as a dietary supplement, but not a medicine. CBD is a chemical found in the cannabis plant, like THC, also found in cannabis. It does have psychoactive effects. It can make people sleepy and have the effect of affect the brain's electrical signals. Unlike THC, it won't get you high, quotation marks, or induce the other psychotic effects. Getting a medicine to market in Australia, even a non-prescription one, requires extensive research and investment. It might be too much for small cannabis producers to take on, and a turn-off for big pharmaceutical companies if that investment is at the expense of upcoming blockbuster drugs. And the process might not be worth it if research shows the benefit of cannabinoids is small compared to with other therapies. Setting high standards in Australia, it became legal to purchase products containing low dose, less than 150 milligrams a day CBD over the counter after the TGA downscheduled the substance from 4 to 3. But so far, no product containing CBD has been approved by the Australian Register of Therapeutic Goods, which is a requirement of pharmacists' sale. The ARTG approval means regulatory quality data on its safety, contaminants, microbial content, shelf life, and efficacy meet the TGA standards that is known as and tested in regulatory grade laboratories. The time and financial cost for drug development to meet the ARTG standards can be significant. Aspiring cannabis companies may not anticipate the difference between selling a product like cannabidol compared to other products such as toys or clothing. Expert clinical groups, including physicians, psychiatrists, the Australian Medical Association, and Australasian Society of Clinical and Experimental Pharmacologists and Toxicologists, opposed the downscheduling, citing lack of efficacy data, issues with the product labeling, and potential for interactions with prescription medicines. In fact, there is only one regulatory grade CBD product approved for use in Australia, Epidiolex, which is approved for treatment forms of severe childhood epilepsy and is available on prescription. From a patient safety perspective, regulating formulation and ensuring safety and quality data has met the TGA bar is imperative. Proving effectiveness is reasonable too. By downscheduling and yet insisting the ARTG approval, the use of illicit CBD products may decrease. A win for the population health if it transpires. It goes on for a while. As I'll continue reading it. It's a bit boring there, but to hear that, see that Epidiolex, there's something that I read about before when I was like, it's probably about 2 years ago. I was looking into the medical what was going to happen, and what I read was the trials that they had been using on certain products, and Epidiolex was mentioned, saying that Australia was really looking into it. And what kind of shocked me was that there's it had, they didn't say it caused, but they were doing it on people, trialing it on people with terminal illness, and a few patients that did try the Epidiolex ended up dying or passing away, and that really kind of wasn't great, because cannabis in itself really has never caused the death, and is really, really helpful. It can help and cure a lot of terminal illnesses. And the Epidiolex, the other part which kind of got to me, was it's a GMO, like cannabis. So it's kind of I didn't really look into that too much, but it's obviously made in the lab, and they're trying to get certain traits, isolate them, and make them boost. So it didn't really appeal too much. But yeah, that's a bit sad, isn't it? A bit sad. We pay so much for drugs in Australia because it all comes from Mexico. Yeah, and on that point too, I've always thought like we are an island, so if these authority agencies are actually kind of really doing their job to the limit, because the amount of facilities that they have now at their hand, all the laws that they've got, like, which gives them so much power to search now and increase that, is crazy. They can covertly tap, spy with all the visual cameras, and Google Earth. Like, anybody's able to just put up a house and find that straight away on an image thing. You would think that these authorities would have the ability to track anything that's kind of coming in to the Australian island and the mainland. This is something that has baffled me my whole life, because nothing like the narcotics such as heroin, amphetamine, like cocaine, the sassafras, or maybe like little bits, but the huge amounts are not cultivated here. It's all bought from overseas. So how does it get in? It's really strange to me, and then it just makes up the whole justice system, the drugs, the courts, the prisons. Just a bit get intrigued. I mean, it's obvious. I mean, this part like it's a money making, not only make it, but it does help the economy. There's budgets. They've got to reach certain targets to keep their budgets. Like inmates are something like what is it, 30, maybe $30,000 to $80,000 per year. Each inmate will cost, and kind of like they're allocated that much money from uh, the people, you know, on top of them, whichever figure it could be, the government or the private institution, I guess. And yeah, this is a lot of money considering how many people are there and what, like, on what grounds are they there? Do they really deserve to be imprisoned for what they did? And at the same time, like, the ethical standards of the government and the leaders, I don't think, you they're living so squeaky clean in whatever they do. So it's like, what is it? But then, yeah, fuck, this argument could go on forever. So it's like, but just, it's time to just kind of stand up for your right and do what you do and advocate for what you think is right, and just like stand on that spot and get it out there. Especially, and try not to like be discouraged by maybe peer pressure, the governmental thing, social media. You know, they will try everything to throw it down and discourage you from doing it. Um, in an effort to help them, it could be for many reasons, but yeah, really, just if you find that in your gut, go with your gut feeling for sure. I've said that a lot in my previous style. I follow your intuition. Um, look inside yourself, find your direction, follow that path. Be honest, be yourself, be the best you could be, and then just trust your gut instinct. There's definitely something to it. I'll probably go on for another 10 minutes, be an hour, and I'll drop it off. What's in the chat here? Thanks again for everybody sticking around, but I really, really appreciate it. I hope the info was helpful. The T20s, T25, T30s, and the T85 two pairs. I strongly recommend. Oh, there you go. Yeah. Just look at the chat here. Oh, nice, Spark. Doing some, what's that word? Designer strains, or the boutique strains. Nice. Oh, here we go. Speaking of it, yeah, lamb's bread, eh? Is it? That's really dope. Oh, well, there's heaps of info here. 60 grams, $1,000 with alternative. 60 grams, $450 with Gunner Track. 60 grams, $1,000 with alternative. 60 grams. Wow, what? That's insane. No more pills, even though we work the same. So, no more pills, even though they work the same. Times they are killing us all. Bobby's hemp and backyard brews are the new way. Listen to the great mother, she is the way. Try to take a step back to nature, find that, and to just, yeah, be with it, and be cool. Oh, we got Hookster and Terrence in the back. Bring them up. Oh, Chess has got his second.
G'day, g'day.
How are you, brother?
Doing good.
It's good. Thanks for coming through.
G'day, lads. How are you? Boys.
Chilling. Oh, there you go. Terrence is walking around.
I cannot believe That's auto, is it? What is this? What is it? What is it?
Skittles. I only got
Okay.
one from Caveman Seeds. Made a video on it. They still got a while to go.
Nice.
Are they
Of
all
course,
auto?
the little things coming up, eh?
Which is not
This
auto.
one, these two aren't.
Okay.
And then I'll show you another one.
Easy, Brendan. No worries, bro. Thanks for coming in.
Cheers, Brendan. Bong on. G'day, Aussie. I'm Jay.
Terrence, you got a question there? Ask if it's legal where you are. I can't. Get
They're
my
legal, yes. Get them from Caveman Seeds. They just don't have them in stock at the moment.
It's never. I try not to ask if anything's legal, because if someone says, if for example, if someone says, "Is it legal?" and then I would say, if I was to say no, and then that was used against me later on as a form of a confession. So I would try this. That's why I always say when it comes to the law, to always just say, use the word criminal law and law, and that I'm not a lawyer, so that I could be wrong. But just to be
there's a bit of legal advice from a not lawyer.
I'm not. Yes. Thank you.
Anyway,
Thank you very much. I couldn't have said that any better than.
Don't take that into account. Just listen to it and do whatever you.
Yeah, you know what I mean, though. But I do it myself. It's a form of confession. So that's why I try not to say. I always say to the fact, I don't lie. I say it's not a criminal offence.
Is a good word to put in front of that if you're trying to describe it anyway.
Yeah.
I'm not going to talk about law on here and how to get around it at all. We'll just fucking get onto it. So Terrence, what's the Zittles you said? Oh, that's good. They look like it's like they're coming along. You can see that on the crown, the development.
They're still young. They're still young.
Is it?
Yeah, actually, let's see if I get a close up of someone's here. They're so nice. They smell amazing.
Fully, that's good then. How much water goes through them?
What's that?
How much water do you feed them?
Oh, not much. Hang on, I'll show you. Hang on, let me get it out.
I reckon you need to feed them more, brother.
Yeah, that's what I'm here to do. Yeah.
He didn't even answer then how much he feeds it.
Hang on.
I know.
2 liters. How much do you put in yours, bro? 2 liters a day? A liter a day?
A liter.
A liter?
Maybe a liter. Two probably.
I put over 100 liters a week on one plant.
Wow.
I'm not kidding you. I put over 100 liters a week. I put 20 liters in it yesterday. Over. 20 liters a day for 2 10-liter buckets, sometimes more. Soak straight into the ground. Let it soak in, because with the ground here, Fair, you know what it's like. It's real hard, right? But once you get it wet, it stays wet, and it's got to soak in, and it takes days and days and days. But when you try to do it in the summer, a lot of it evaporates. But you must keep it that soil. That I don't know about Tasmania itself, but I know he's he's got to carry water out. Do you got to carry that water?
Oh well, the thing is, there's water nearby, but I'd rather have this water because it's rainwater. It's closer to the pH is decent,
Yeah. But outdoors, it can handle a lot, particularly in our soil, our fair grow. That hard, solid red, weird shit.
Tasmania's soil is mostly clay. There we go. Oh, but here you go. This is how much water it gets. And then add probably 250 mil per plant on top of this.
Yeah, no, that's heaps. That's plenty.
That's between 5. Little male coming along good.
The biggest thing I see outdoors, the biggest problem I see is underwatering. In other words, just watering that plant is not enough. You've got to water around the plant. You've got to wet all of the ground all the way around the plant.
We get rain quite frequently. We had rain 2 days ago.
A guy that used to train me to grow, he would come around and he would blast me if I didn't wet the area around the outside. He'd always say, "You're doing it. You're not listening," and he just wanted me to do it, and nothing would happen. I was like, whatever. He'd know that I was trying to lie because I'd come around. When he'd come around, I'd quickly go squirt it and shit, and then he'd go dig the dirt up. He'd go, "Look, you're lying," and he'd dig a hole. He'd say, "It's right under there," pick it up and test it.
Hilarious.
But that made me a better grower. Doing exactly what somebody who knows what they're doing, and I've seen, because I said to this guy, I want my plant. Why do not my plants not look like your plants? Because his look so amazing. He goes, because you don't listen, Jamie. You don't fucking listen. I was like, I do listen. He goes, no, you don't. And he said, I grab the hose and water the fucking ground floor. And so I did. Eventually I did listen. And then I found results that I was looking for. That's what I try to encourage with everyone to listen to people, not just try everything. And then one of those things might work for you. But ultimately, it's weed. It just does what it does. So if you fuck it up, it's rather embarrassing.
Yeah, true.
My plants lives in a 20-litre bucket, no. So that's why. So that's why I want to say to you too, Fair. You got you got an awesome potential watching you grow. Because are you a new grower, Fair? When it comes to growing, I mean, obviously you consumed cannabis for a while.
No comment. I'll leave that for backstage. Yeah, what if I am? What's it got to do? It gives me space to grow, obviously, hey, if you just start. But fucking, I'm loving it. Like, I'm not obviously it's just been a few.
No, I was just saying, because of the climate, because we're in a similar climate, and I didn't know if you'd grown before or not.
Yeah, no, just one time I did really small in my parents' yard where I was, and most of them got found, and one that did survive was probably getting all the nutrients absorbed by the surrounding weeds and shit. That didn't really come up too fancy. It did come up and it dried, and I liked what I got. It was just the tiniest amount. It was like a quarter of the whole plant. Oops, sorry, but I'll put you back up.
No, you don't have to full screen it. These are both the same, and one's completely more purple. It's very interesting.
Wow, that's cool. The different, what is it? The phenotypes and different traits coming out. Genetics.
And it's not really
So
frostbite. Nexus said it could be. Nexus said it could be frostbite, but it's all throughout, mainly in the pistils. And this one has none.
You got 2 different types. That'd be cool. Variety. What's the lifespan on they give you on the packet? It's 16 weeks. Or...
This one didn't have much information, to be honest. Had no information. So I don't know.
But on average, they'd probably be 12 to 16 weeks, eh?
Or probably 12.
12? See, 12 would be, that's actually really intriguing to me because, at the moment where I started now, so it's been about not quite 8 weeks, and I can see that, it's kind of nowhere near they're developing, and I'm happy with it, but it's nowhere near finished yet. So like, and not even close to flowering. But I'm
Not even
third of the
started.
way through. If I was to have an auto, I'd be a third way through, and 1 month ago, and I'd be on the flowers. So that's probably the benefit that's coming in the mind. So,
But also at the same time, the patch that I have is in a low light area, so it's going to flower sooner.
okay,
Gets less amount of light.
the darkness. Let's see this.
Oof, sweating heaps. Hook left.
Is the sound good or right, Mark? I hope my sound. Oh, I'm going to shut down anyway too. It's been an hour.
Cheers for showing me up, Fairgrade.
All good. Nah, thanks for
Glad I
coming,
could
bro.
tune in. No worries.
Make it easy. Everybody got Terence McKenna down under. That's the channel, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Check him out. Got some really interesting stuff on there. On his way to, growing the channel. He's dope, man. So much peace to everybody. See you soon, obviously. Hope the plans just grow well. Brother, chill out. So, what's the word? Where is it? Oh, no.